And we are back here for stage 4 of the Santos Tour Down Under, Glenelg to Victor Harbor. And having done that drive, that is a long time. Um, it is a tough drive. It is essentially a highway the entire time. Um, that being said, it's going to be a nice little chaotic one. I'm thinking we might launch something on Nettle Hill. I've walked Nettle Hill, that bit at the base. I don't know if I have my cursor as allowed to be tracked, but it's steep. It is, however, 20 kilometers still to the finish. I might see if I can get a double up on the attacks. Leave Plappy in the group and see if I can get Schmid and Harper away. Schmid launches because he's got a bit higher excel. Harper follows. See if we can get any sort of gap. And we are back here on the start line for stage 4. As I believe, yes, I think we have a leader's jersey somewhat. Yeah, I think Durbo's got the best climbers, and Plappy. Did I just click the wrong thing there? Plappy's got the best climber. He's got 1 point. That's why. um, yeah, Plappy won some degree of something. Schmid is going to go on the attack with Chris Harper, I think. And Chris Harper's on a shocking day. I'll see if I can get Schmid up the road. I'm not overly hopeful. I'm going to get someone to drill it on that green bit, and then he's going to attack on that first black bit and hopefully get some degree of gap. Cruise on the way down the backside and attack again over that second hill. If he's caught, he's going to continue drilling it. And I might see if Plappy can go on that second little ascent and create a gap of some sort. Just go. Because that one would be maybe 10Ks from the finish, and there's less risk of something going particularly wrong. I think Hepburn might be our guy to drill the first bit of the climb. But either way, we're all going to get up towards the front. Turbo Durbo, as he's affectionately known by his teammates, at least I've heard that in a few interviews somewhere, is going to do that. Harper is just going to sit the wheel of Plappy all day. O'Brien is going to protect Plapp. And we are going to drill our way up to the front. And then we're just going to sit in for the day. This stage in real life was won by Brian Cockard, who has had a little bit of a fall off and hasn't been great over the last few seasons, but managed to get himself up and about for the stage win from Phil Bauhaus and then Jonathan Narvaez, which those extra few seconds will come in very handy for him at the end of this tour, which we will talk about tomorrow. But yeah, this one, it's all very simple. It was a very clean race from memory. I only watched the final 20Ks, but no one mentioned anything. I asked one of my mates who'd watched the whole thing. And yeah, we essentially just chilled out. It's quite a settled tempo throughout the stage, and then some people tried something on Nettle Hill, but it's just not enough for in real life. It's not enough to force the sprinters out the back. It's not enough to really bring a massive gap into play for the major climbers. So it was kind of just a few pot shots, see how we go. And honestly, nothing really happened. We're just going to chill out. We are going to just wait. That's what we're going to do all stage. Welsford in game has had a shocker. 17 minutes down because he lost 16 minutes on that stage. And obviously in real life, he takes 3 stage victories, takes stage 6 into Adelaide, and I believe took stage 1 and 2. So 1, 2, and 6, it's a great boost for him. They just haven't really ridden for him in the game, which is odd, given a man of his caliber. Still fairly young from memory. Might have a quick look. Where is he? There we are. Nope, I lied. Who's the young one? Pity's the young one. I was like, I remember one of them is. So here's where we start thinking about what we're going to do next. Because I think Peppy is going to drill Plappy to the front. Harper's still going to sit the wheel. And then Maro Schmid is just going to sit in that wheel. And we'll see what we can get done. All three of these guys are pretty much just done for the day. I want them around in case something happens, but they're going to sit back in the group. They're not part of the major plan for the day. We're going to chill out so that Plappy doesn't use sprint or Schmid ideally, although he's going to have to, but should be able to make that jump across. We're not looking to really stretch anything out just yet. We're just going to sit on the front. Harper's here purely to protect Plappy. But as we get closer, after we start going down again, like that, this pace is going to go through the roof. And Schmid is going to get ready to go. Has to sprint to catch. And then the moment this starts going up, we go. And immediately Hepburn pulls off. Plappy stops following, gets ready to follow some attacks. Harper does that. Hepburn tries to follow and see if we can get ourselves a gap, and we do. It's gonna be ready to go. He gets a 20-second gap over the climb. Is Plappy up to the front where he should be? No. That doesn't come as a shock to many people though. Turbo Durbo going out the back. We get 27 seconds over the top of the climb. Gonna look to drill it up until we get on that descent, drop it down, and then really drill it again. 30-second gap. It looks to be working, at least somewhat. Orsolin chasing for coffee. There's still probably working for Cockard. Can't find it. It's just back there. The sprint team start to come through. Cockard is going to really want the stage win by the looks of it. Van Poppel doing some of the chasing. Looks like we're going to get brought back immediately. Van Poppel jumping across, which honestly does not help our case in any way, shape or form. Just keeps on drilling Maro Schmid. Plappy's still there, not the opportunity to jump away like I'd hoped. Hopefully we can keep Van Poppel there and not having to come across, although that is probably him about to make contact, which is slightly frustrating. Still trying to keep up, right up at the front. Don't have any more sprint to use. Van Poppel is about to make contact. Yes, he is. If we can work together at 90, we may have something. Narvaez coming to the front. 9-second gap. It's not going to be what we hoped. Plappy just going to sit in the group. See who he wants to follow. Cockard still has a good group of people around him. Harps can follow. Schmid's still off the front here with Van Poppel. It's not going to be the result we'd have wanted. But we will be working together right until the end with it. We don't have the opportunity to just sit the wheel with only 6-second gap, and they're about to close that. Plappy has gotten a great wheel. Schmid is just gonna sit up, ride through. If Plapp can hold this position, it might go quite well. Don't lose it, please. After I said all that. Plapp has got the perfect wheel. This is a sprinter's dream. Unluckily, not a sprinter. Although they get moshed. And we're just going to sit in that wheel. Hope he drags us up a few places. But not what we'd hoped. Is that Cote gets it from his teammate. Corbin strong. Pierre-Andre Cote got a decent sprint, but Corbin surely had to be the favourite for that one. We come in with the main peloton, no sprint splits this time. Lawrence Pithy went out the back. A couple good sprinters went back. Who's the second one? Wellsford again. He is having a shocker. of a tour. Van der Horn, yeah. Welsford, pithy, went out the back. No one else of relevance. That was a quite chill, easy stage. Wait for the results to come up. Plappy gets 10th, which is not the worst result. Schmidt did alright. If it wasn't for that sprint coming across, it would have gone alright. We definitely wouldn't have made the finish, but we'd have gotten a little bit closer. That really dragged them across the gap. For the points jersey, across the general, Corbin Strong is looking very strong in his defense of it. Mountain jersey, Schmid takes more because he took it over the top. Plappy down into second. Given we weren't actively targeting it, that has gone particularly well. We might go out of our way to get Schmid the first of the two ascents of Wollonga Hill tomorrow. Young Riders jersey, obviously. Plappy in fourth rather than however far down he is, 12th. Got a few positions. Can't imagine through what, to be honest. We're top of the team's classification, which is basically just having enough riders on 17 seconds down. And yeah, that is it for this episode. If you liked it, make sure to drop a like. Please subscribe. Plenty of more PCM content to come out, as well as a few other games that I'm wanting to try and play. And obviously, comment if you have anything you want to say. If not, I will see you next time for our ascents of Wollonga Hill.